Hello and welcome back to the Lincoln Loco 2. Today we have got West Bromwich Albion and Swansea awaiting us. West Brom, of course, the team that beat us to 7th place last season to take away that Europa League spot from us in the most heartbreaking of fashion. Today we're going to be getting our revenge against them. So since you were last here, things for the most part have been pretty decent. We'll go through some of these fixtures, of course, in between episodes. So you were last here, of course, for the 2-1 win against Wolves. What a game that was. Very pleased with that result. We followed up, though, with a 1-1 draw to Derby, which we were winning until they scored a penalty in near enough the last minute. So that was quite frustrating, but at least we didn't lose it. We kept our winning record going. We then had Aldershot in the Carabao Cup second round, a routine win there. Only 1-0, but it was a routine win for us, so nothing too uncomfortable about that game or anything like that. But we did lose our first game of the season to Everton, which was very disappointing. Everton are a team that we need to be beating if we want top 7 this season, and to lose 1-0 to them was very... I don't know, we just didn't play very well in this game. I wasn't particularly pleased with it. We had enough chances, but our attackers just didn't do anything with it. As you can see here, Luis Gustavo on a 6 rating, Pomeroy on a 6.4, Marquez on a 6.7. Bizzu didn't even get on the pitch, but I mean, we just didn't really create chances and we couldn't score the goals in that game. We did a bit better, though, against Man City. Man City, of course, we're their bogey team. They've beaten us once in 7 meetings now, and this one was a draw. Brullinger scored after they scored in the 76th minute, so good goal for Brullinger. Fabian Chiesa, though, did get injured in that game, and he's been our best player so far this season. He's currently still out, so that has been really detrimental for us so far this season. It got a little bit worse against Liverpool, with Luis Gustavo being sent off in the 58th minute with a red card in the 2-0 loss against them. So we're missing both Gustavo and Chiesa. Gustavo's banned for 3 matches. Chiesa's still injured for a couple of games as well. So we're having to really sort of use all of our attackers at the moment to get a good side out. And it did affect us as we played West Brom in the Carabao Cup third round and they thrashed us 4-1. Pomeroy got the goal for us. Bizzu actually picked up a knock in that game as well. He played a bit of that game. Again, a 6.2 rating. He's just been woeful since coming in, which has been really upsetting. But the less said about that game, the better, really, because that was really not good enough at all. As we headed into the next game against Newcastle United, we were looking like we were going to have a winless September, but fortunately, we came out 2-1 winners against Newcastle United with Jefferson Brullinger and Michael Pomeroy getting themselves on the score sheet. Michael Pomeroy is now the top goal scorer at the club, which is pretty good this season so far. So that's good for him, obviously. Brullinger's got a few goals as well as he's started to make his way back into the first team fray. So good stuff for us. Defensively, apart from that West Brom game, I think we have been solid all season. We just need to get our strikers scoring a few more goals, and I think we should be okay. As for the table today, we are sitting 9th at the moment. We do have a game in hand on most of the teams around us. So winning today against West Brom would put us up into 6th, maybe even 7th, depending on goal difference. West Brom are down in 19th, which makes it even worse and even weirder that we lost 4-1 to them, because that is a really bizarre result, considering that they've only had a draw so far this season. Also quite frustrating that they're in the Europa League and they're doing so poorly as well. Did they actually get into the group stage? They did get into the group stage. I thought they did. I had to double check that. Galatasaray, Mainz and Vidi FC. They should get through that, really, shouldn't they? Although they did lose to Mainz 5-2, so maybe they won't get through that. But it's not been a great season for West Brom. Hopefully we can take advantage of that. And then Swansea as well, they're in 6th. So we've got 2 easy-ish games today to try and get some points on the board. This then is the lineup for today's game, and our back line is actually pretty much the same as it was last season. We've got Salinkia in goal with Jimenez, Brullinger, Juliano and Mirza as that back 4. We're sort of rotating Brullinger and Kamara a little bit, and Juliano. We're rotating all 3 of them to keep them fit first and foremost, but actually Brullinger's played very well when he's been on the pitch, so he sort of deserves the call-up and the starts. Venturelli is ahead of them as well, so even more continuity from last season, but Andreas and Agni are cementing themselves as our first choice midfielders. Vinicius Jr. comes in on the left-hand side in replace of Luis Gustavo, and Marquez comes on the right to replace Chiesa. Pomeroy is leading the line up front as Bizzu has just come back from his injury, but again, he's played woefully so far this season, so he doesn't really deserve a start at all. So we might bring him on, but if he starts scoring... I relate this all back to the penalty, by the way. The penalty that he missed on the very first game of the season that you didn't even see, I think that just knocked his confidence completely, and because of that, he's had a woeful time so far this season. I think he can score goals, and once he does start scoring goals, he'll be immense. But he's just had a really tough start to the season. So we're taking on West Brom, as I've said already, and that's the team. Let's get going. Kickoff is upon us then, and we need to get some revenge over West Brom for not just beating us to the Europa League last season, but also for beating us in the Carabao Cup, which is a route, of course, into the Europa League. Ideally, we want to be winning the Carabao Cup or the FA Cup to try and really confirm Europa League places. Obviously, the only place guaranteed for Europa League is 5th place in the Premier League. That is 6th place and 7th place only get Europa League spots if the winner of the Carabao Cup or the FA Cup are in the top 5 already. So it does rely actually quite a bit on good teams winning those competitions for us to get in those kind of places and positions. Ideally, though, we want to be coming 5th this season, so we need to get some good results. And Michael Pomeroy has opened the scoring for us here today with a goal in the 7th minute to put us up to 6th in the table, just behind Manchester United on goal difference. They must have had some big wins because they've got plus 12 goal difference already. Vinicius Junior collects the ball, though, plays it to Pomeroy, who just sort of dances around on the edge of the area, finds the gap, has a shot, puts it past the keeper. Great start to the episode. When you look at the table, you can actually see we do have a bit of an issue with scoring goals. We've scored 14, but all the teams around us got 20 plus pretty much, teams that we should be competing with. Tottenham on 19, Liverpool on 17 is not too bad, but they're the ones with points. They've got a lot more points than us, so they don't have to score too many goals. They've got a good defence that keeps them not conceding goals, for example. So we need to do a bit better with our attacking players, score a few more goals. Defensively, I think we're okay, really. I don't think we've conceded too many at all, actually. So I'm very pleased with our defence. We just need to score a couple more goals as Lewis Lincoln is on the ball. He's a right winger who I tried to sign several times over the past few seasons just because his surname's Lincoln. He's actually quite good, as West Brom have gone on to score an equaliser there, which isn't too good. But Lewis Lincoln, they're number 2 for them. He was playing for a French team, and he just didn't want to sign. He's never wanted to sign for us. That's his issue. We've had bids accepted for him loads of times. He's just never wanted to sign for us. And because West Brom got Europa League football, he decided to sign for them this summer rather than for us. So that was frustrating. We go into the break, though, drawing. And they've had one shot on target and it went in the back of the net, which is really, really annoying. We need to grab some more goals in the second half, and potentially that might mean bringing Bizu on the pitch. We're going to go a little bit more attacking in this second half, and we're also going to say show some passion, because we want to make sure we win this game. We can't be losing this or drawing it to West Brom, who are having such an abysmal time this season so far. We need to make sure we get all the points possible to make sure we secure a top 5 finish at least, really. Top 7 at least, but ideally top 5 as Jimenez finds the ball at his feet, plays it more centrally as Venturelli gets out towards Mirza on the other side of the pitch. Ball into Pomeroy. Andreas shoots from distance. I think that's the way. So they've gone for a goal kick, actually, so it must have come off one of our players. I thought it took a deflection along the way, but maybe it didn't. As the clock keeps ticking down, though, we've got half an hour left, and we've not scored any more goals. So that means that Venturelli is going to come off the pitch. Pomeroy is going to become a pressing forward on support. And Bizu is going to come on as our advance or complete forward on attack. We're going to give him another chance out there. He has played woefully in every game so far this season. I want to try. He's not scoring goals. And I want to say to you that no, he's not scored goals, but he's played well. He's done a lot of build-up play. He's got assists. But he's done nothing. He really has done nothing. He has been woeful. Willem is also going to come on the pitch for Agni. Let's give him a go out there as well. There are 2 changes that we'll make. Hopefully it works out as Brullinger fires a free kick into the back of the net. Absolutely fantastic. Our set-piece specialist. You'd love to see that, don't you? A Brazilian set-piece specialist is also a centre-back. He's like Roberto Carlos. Well, they're not a wing-back, is he, like Roberto Carlos? But still, Brazilian defender who can score free kicks like that. He's our Roberto Carlos. Although something tells me Roberto Carlos is probably a bit better than Brullinger is at free kicks, because I feel like Roberto Carlos scored them a lot more often than Brullinger does. Positive news is, though, we are winning today's game, and already we've got under pressure on their goal kick there as our strikers really try and go for the goalkeeper there. The press is on, and the ball forward is good as Marquez now gets his 3rd goal of the season. 3-1 up now in today's game with 20 minutes to go. That is a lot more comfortable, and I'm very pleased with that. But it's just the press. The press really got to the West Brom defenders there, and then we just made the most of having essentially 4 strikers on the ball, because we've got 2 inside forwards and 2 strikers. So essentially 4 strikers up there, and Marquez gets his 3rd of the season. It'll be topped off if Bizu can get a goal right now. As soon as he gets a goal, that's his season underway, I reckon. He'll do really well once he starts scoring goals, but he just needs to get that first goal after he misses penalty, of course, in the first game of the season, which I think is just haunting him still. Great pressing again from us there, but we do manage to leave some gaps, and West Brom are looking to, they come close there, looking to capitalise on us leaving some gaps because we're pressing so high and hard. Fortunately for us, though, it doesn't go in the back of a net. I think part of the reason why West Brom aren't doing so well is they're playing Europa League games and they are very tight. You can see how tired these players are, down to 60, into the 50% condition and things like that, compared to our players who are sitting in the 70s. it does take its toll, European football, and that's why you need to have a big squad with rotation. And we're going to have to address that when we do get into Europe. We're going to need a much bigger squad than we already have. 5 minutes to go in today's game, and we need to be scoring another goal or two to help out with our goal difference to catch up with Manchester United a little bit. As Pomeroy puts it into Bizu, who still can't score his goals. He still can't do it. This could become a running joke at this point, that he just can't score any goals. I need him to score goals to justify paying £10 million for him. I need him to start scoring goals so he can secure Europa League qualification or even Champions League qualification at some point. But he just can't score the goals, bless him. He can't score them. But luckily, we had 3 players who could score goals. Brunier played fantastically well in that game, so we're going to praise him for this. He's played really well, actually, in the past couple of games or so. So he's going to keep his starting place. His form, what's his form been? Reports, form, 8.3, 7.5, 6.8, but 8.3, 7.2. He has played really well when he has played, so definitely warrants his starting place. As I mentioned in last episode, we do have a bit of an issue with homegrown players. So at the moment, I'm constantly scouting out English players in the hope that maybe some of them will want to sign for us at some point. Because we sold a lot of players over summer, we've still actually got £50 million to spend in January with 170k per week in wages left and things like that. So we can adjust budgets obviously as well, but I'm just trying to scout as many English players as possible and then try and just sign some of them in January sort of time, because that would be quite helpful for us, especially if they're quite good. The absolute dream would be to get like 16-year-old Brazilians to join us and then get them British nationality by just being at the club for a long time sort of thing. That wouldn't help. That wouldn't help with work permits though. Oh, it would help if they got British nationality. It would help with work permits because they wouldn't have to play international football if they've got like British nationality and can be classed as homegrown at that point. But at this stage of Football Manager cycle, it's a bit too late for that now to be thinking about those kind of long-term plans. We've not really got much time left before FM20 comes out, and that brings me to a very poignant point. I say poignant point, that's not really the... It brings me to a point. In the link in the description, there's a link to 2Game. I've partnered up with them to get you the cheapest deal possible for Football Manager 20. If you use promo code TomFM in the checkout, you can get an extra 10% off, so it takes it under £30. Afterwards, you get emailed a Steam code, which you can then go to Steam, redeem it, and then you can have Football Manager 20 ready for pre-order. You get access to the beta as well and things like that. So it's a win-win situation. I get a bit of commission from it as well because I've sent you through my affiliate link and things like that. But you get the game really cheap. It's a great deal. If you can do it through that way, I'd really, really appreciate it. But I can understand if you don't want to. I've used the site before personally, though, and I would recommend it to you. If I hadn't used it before and I didn't think it was good and I didn't trust it myself, I wouldn't be recommending it to you. They are like an official outlet store thing for games and things like that, but I do get people like, they prefer to just go directly through Steam and things like that, but it is cheaper than Steam. I've never had any issues with it. I used it myself, so I'd recommend it. I didn't even notice. Apparently, we're on international break right now before the Swansea game, so our players will be nice and rested, which hopefully most of our players will be nice and rested. We've got 9 players on international duty. So Selinkia with Poland, Mirza's on international duty with Bosnia. I panicked then. I thought it was Brazilian. I thought, what, Mirza? Playing for Brazil, but no, he's Bosnian, so he plays for them. Venturelli with Italy, Moritz with Austria, which is good. Conrad would be like the England under 20 things, but he's on loan, doesn't really matter. Rendell is away from us. Howard Prosser is apparently with Wales. And there must be a few guys in like the under 23s maybe. Richard Lewis apparently with Wales under 19s and 2 guys in the under 18s as well. So we've got some good prospects maybe internationally, but they're not playing for Brazil, are they? And that's what we want. Now, this could be an issue. Michael Pomeroy out for only 7 to 9 days, actually. That's not too bad, 7 to 9 days. But he's our top scorer, and he's going to be out for the Swansea game, potentially the game after the Swansea game as well. I think as well, that would probably mean that Bizu is going to have to go up front. So he's going to have to get his shooting boots on for the Swansea City game, desperately. And now Mirza's injured as well for 5 to 8 days. So he's going to miss this Swansea game as well, which means Christian Kooks is going to make... It could be his first start. I'm not sure if he played Kooks or not to start a game off yet this season. He has made substitute appearances, I believe, but I can't remember if he started the game or not. Either way, he's apparently training the worst out of everyone at the moment, so you hate to see that. Disappointed with your training levels, and he's going to improve apparently. But Andreas, on the other hand, training very well. So congratulations, lad. Keep working hard, and you'll still be in the squad for next game. So we've got to deal with these injuries. Mirza's obviously got to come off for Kooks, who hasn't played recently. Has he made a start yet this season, Kooks? He started 1 game. That's what he did. I thought he made substitute appearances. Clearly not. He started 1 game though, Kooks. So that's obviously where I remember him from. It's obviously not very match fit either, but Pomeroy's also going to come off for Bizu, which is a little bit of a worry. But Gustavo can come back on the bench, and Hal Pross is going to have to go on the bench as well. Gustavo, can he actually start today's game? We'll leave Vinicius Jr. on for now, but we will bring Gustavo on as a substitute shortly, I think. Other than that, I don't think I really want to change the starting lineup at all, because it has been pretty good so far this season and we've played very well. So we'll submit that team and hopefully get 3 points against Swansea today as well. Right, so we're going to single Bizu out here. We're going to go passionate to him, and I'm going to say there's a lot more to come from you, and I completely believe you've got what it takes. And he's listened keenly to me. He's not really made much of an impact on him, but he's listened keenly. He's surely got to get his first goal for the club sometime soon. Surely. He's hit the post several times this season so far. So he's got to get a goal sooner or later. But Franco Marquez is the man getting the goal within 17 seconds of today's game. His fourth of the season. Andreas pumps the ball up to Marquez on that right wing, which he has made his own to there. He's done very, very well over the past 2 seasons when he's played on the right wing. Takes the shot on with his left foot after his first shot, or pass maybe was blocked. Either way, he has the shot, top corner. You love to see it. And temporarily, that puts us up to 5th in the table. Aston Villa haven't played their game this weekend yet, though. We're level on points with United, but they've got 2 games in hand on us. So United actually could go on to be top of the table if they win both their games in hand, which is very, very good for them, obviously. They're also in the Europa League this season, so they want to push on and get Champions League football next season. But as long as we can sort of stay in that top 7 for the whole season and then make a push towards the 5th place, maybe towards the end of the season, I'll be very, very pleased. Swansea looking to come forward, though. They want to try and grab a goal back, and they come pretty close. Danny Ceballos there putting a shot just wide of the post, but a good little move from them. Fortunately, though, we are playing better right now, and although the stats seem to be in Swansea's favour by looks of things, I've not seen any evidence of them really coming forward and having any chances. Obviously, apart from that one we just saw, but apart from that one, I haven't seen anything. We do approach half-time, 1-0 up, though, and we've not really seen anything from Bizu. So once again, passionate. There's a lot more to come from you today. He looks happy at this time. He looks happy. All right. We have faith. I need to start scoring goals. Please, I gave him number 46 as well. He's number 46. I gave him that. 1, because number 10, 11 and 9 have been taken as well, but we'll brush over that. But 46 is, I don't know why it's my favourite number, but it's just my favourite. I came 46th once in a year 6 cross. So I was 10, 11 years old. Did a cross-country race, and I came 46th out of, I don't know how many kids there were. Maybe 46. Could have been 100. I don't know. I can't remember. But I came 46th, and since then, I was like, yeah, 46, that's my number. So that's kind of the only reasoning behind it. When I'm playing games and I have to choose a number, oh, for God's sake, what have you just done there? What has Salinkia just done there? All right? I was trying to have a nice conversation with you, explain why I like number 46, but Salinkia has to ruin it. I'm not telling you now. I'm not telling you. Salinkia's fault. I can't quite get my head around what he's done there, or his thought process, or quite frankly, what he was trying to achieve with that. But 1-1. We need to get some more goals in this game then. That's the answer. We need more goals in this game, and hopefully one will come right now as Venturelli passes it out towards Brilinger, and Andreas coming forward with the ball. Venturelli, Brilinger. I mean, nice triangles, lads, but we need to get into the box, which we have done. And it's a penalty. All right. Now, oops. No. I was trying to change it to Bizu, but it's gone. Because it flashes up with an option up there to change penalty taker. Can we just do it here quickly instead somehow? Tactics, penalties, Bizu. I want Bizu taking this penalty now. Confirm that. Because if Bizu scores, he'll start scoring some goals then. Who's taking it? It is Bizu. Bizu is taking it. Okay then, right, go on. He gets the goal, finally scoring his first goal of the season. It's taken him 10 bloody games to do it in the league, but he's finally done it. And he's finally, hopefully, going to be getting over the I don't know, mental anguish that he had after missing his penalty in the first game of the season. He's finally scored one, and that is huge for him. And hopefully now the floodgates will open, and hopefully he'll grab a hat-trick today. Imagine that. Salinkia, honestly, I thought he was going to do that again. I honestly thought he was going to do that again. But Vinicius Jr. into Bizu. Bizu, for a second of the game, he's gone and done it. The penalty has saved him. He missed his first penalty. He's finally scored another one now. And as I said, the floodgates have opened. Bizu is getting 5 goals today now, I've decided. Great ball from Vinicius Jr. Bizu he's had better opportunities than that. He's had easier chances than that all season, and yet he's not scored. But finally, he's got 2 on the board now. You love to see it. Another chance to attack now, and I swear if Bizu gets another goal, I'm going to go mental. Unfortunately, he didn't get the shot away. Agnew puts it wide of the post. But we need to make some changes with 25 minutes to go in today's game. We said we might take Vinicius Jr. off, and we're going to do that now. Luis Gustavo is going to come back on the pitch to have a little run out. Patrick's not had much game time either recently, so we're going to take Andreas off for him because he's not played too well. He's looking a little bit tired, and we'll give Patrick a run out there because he's, as I said, not had too many starts this season. Deserves a bit of a run out as Venturelli plays it back towards Agnew into the middle. Venturelli on the ball now, back to Agnew. Agnew plays a very bad pass, and here comes Swansea on the counter-attack. Their number 10's got the ball. Salinkia with a good save, with an even better second save. What good goalkeeping that was from Sebastian Salinkia. Honestly, that looked like a goal all over it. It looked like a goal. On like 3 separate occasions, it looked like a goal, but somehow Salinkia made some massive saves there, slightly redeeming himself from his mistakes earlier. I just still can't get my head around that mistake. That was mental. Swansea, though, are looking to come forward again. They are looking dangerous today. I don't know why, because they're 18th in the table as things stand right now, and that's not particularly good, obviously. And they've clearly not played very well all season, because otherwise they wouldn't be in that position. But they're still coming forward, and this time, still looking for that second goal. We're defending really well, but the highlight continues. I feel like a goal is just going to come at some point as Jimenez gets a tackle in, Juliano clears, and it's been put in the back of the net somehow. I thought there was offside there, but clearly not. And right now, we need to sort this out. Was there offside in there? It's number 9 we need to look out for here. I think it's number 9. Cleared. Oh, it's not offside at all. Not offside at all. So it's a good goal. So, very attacking. Show some passion. Tempted to maybe move Marquez up front a little bit more, but I'm not quite sure that will work out too much. We'll leave it as is for now. As Bizu, looking for his hat-trick, plays it inside to Patrick, and then Bizu back on the ball. Just Bizu, get in the box. Don't stop messing around with it here. Get in the box. He puts it... Oh my God, I thought it was in the back of a net. I was about to just wheel away and say, that's fine, he can get an assist instead, but Marquez puts it over the bar. We've got less than 10 minutes, 10 seconds. What I'm trying to say, the game's here, basically. We can't do anything else about this. Jimenez has picked up a knock, and it looks like we're going to... Wait, we're winning. Hang on, we're winning. I thought we'd draw... When did we score another goal? Oh, Franco Marquez, he scored in the first bloody minute of the game, didn't he? I'm sure many of you were very confused as to why I was like, we need to get another goal. We need another goal. We just need more goals. But I forgot Marquez scored in the first minute. So actually, we're 3-2 up. Chill out, Tom. Sit back, relax. We've won it. That's fine. Game's over. We've won it. I was about to be really upset that we drew that game, but fantastic. We won. You love to see it. So I've got to say, a very successful episode today, I would say. 2 wins, and we're up into 5th in the Premier League. Jimenez is going to be out for only 1 to 3 days. He'll be back for the Tottenham game next time out. You know what? That's fantastic. I'm happy with that. I'm well happy with that episode. Especially, I'm even happier now that I realised that we won that game. I thought we were going to head in for a draw, so I'm very pleased with that. Next episode, then, I reckon we give Manchester United a go. We haven't played them on camera for a while. I can't remember last time I played them on camera. But either way, Manchester United are a team that we are going to be competing with this season for European places. So I think they'll be a good team to play, in an episode. And then we'll play Southampton as well afterwards, I reckon, because who doesn't like a good game against Southampton? So join me next time for those 2 games. If you've enjoyed today's episode, please do drop a like on the video for me and subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. Remember, FM20 is pretty cheap through the link in my description, so go check that out if you want to as well. And I'll be seeing you next time for some more Lincoln Loco action.